So I've reversed the wiring connection bypass to the AC compressor on the BSI unit, and also let me show you guys as well. They did the bypass two places. Yeah, this one too. This on the blower. So they also introduced this relay, which I was expecting anyway. So I've also disconnected it. So what's very nice, unfortunately my this thing, what's it called? My Think Direct 2 diagnostic tool doesn't access this model of BSI. Doesn't access it, although I would have used it to test the communication between the BSI and the AC compressor. So since that doesn't work, it only works from 2002 model of BSI 406 upward. So what that means is we have to put gas, because there's no gas in the system, it's very low. So even if the BSI is very good for the compressor, that relay inside that controls the compressor, even if it's good, you won't be able to trigger the compressor until there's enough pressure in the system, enough gas. So we have to put gas, and if it doesn't work, then we'll figure out how to repair this BSI unit so that it starts working. So the BSI unit has been fixed, so you can now power the compressor from the factory AC button on the center console. On the center console, the control panel of the heating and ventilation system. Also, we also had to change the thermostat for the compressor that is attached somewhere here. It was also faulty, so I had to buy and replace it. And so yeah, so the car is now good to go. All the work that we needed to do to get this car in good shape, at least the engine and whatever the engine works with in good shape, has been done. The only thing I will recommend to the owner is after some maybe 2 to 4 weeks or even less, depending on the kilometers, you should bring back the car so that we change, drain the water in the engine cooling system, into put coolant instead, and change the engine oil. We may have to change the water before the changing of the oil. You understand? We need to do that so that water doesn't stay too long in the cooling system. The reason why I don't change water, like I mentioned earlier, is why I don't use coolant when you do this kind of work is in case the water pump that came with the engine is weak, or the thermostat fails few days later or few kilometer drive later, you don't lose your coolant. So because it's more like we are testing to see how good all the other system that came with the engine works. So after some days of drive, then you can now flush the water away and then put coolant. Then after some kilometer drive as well, maybe 500 or so, you bring back the vehicle, drain the oil, remove the filter, now put another fresh oil. Then you can now use it to the recommended change interval, which could be anything between 6 months and what's the kilometer, I don't know. I recommend 6 months, depending on how you drive and your weather, the environment, not necessarily weather, the environment. Weather counts too, you know, how dusty your environment is. If you don't use your car, or if you drive mostly city drive, you change your oil more often than person that drives on highway. So you make your choice when it comes to the kilometer duration for changing oil. But for me, change it 6 months, 8 months, it's up to you. But anything less than 6 months or less than 5,000 kilometers, I think you're wasting your fuel, your oil, or your money. Alright, so let's start and confirm. Okay. That's the engine oil level, which is okay. You can see the engine now starts and wave well. Uh, that issue the throttle body had that time has been sorted. I still need to start the engine and clear some faults. Especially the ignition coil fault, I believe that is still there. So let's try the AC. So it doesn't start now, it's the increase in gear. So let's reduce it. Let's go it off again. You see, comes up. Alright. So remember I put only one gas in the system. One can of gas, which is not enough. It's chilling though, but it's not enough. We need to add more. So I think that one, the owner can do it by himself. He's on his way to pick the vehicle. So I'll need to reset the oil service warning. Need to reset it. Alright, so yeah, it's chilling. Personally, I'm already feeling cold, but it's not enough. We need to increase the pressure, the gas volume in the system. Let's check the fan. Alright, so you can see the fan is running at low speed. I need to shout. This compressor is spinning. Okay. Alright. So that is it. Oh, by the way, let me reset this thing first so that you guys to see how it's done. What about this? Let me reset this oil light. Man, how will I this thing? Can hear the compressor, the gas, low gas warning sign. Can hear it. Willy. That's the sign that the gas pressure is low. Alright, so reset that the oil maintenance light. You press and hold this. Oh man, trying to position this. I'm using my phone to do this. I need both hands to be able to do this. Man, hey, I'll try. Let me see what happens. Okay. You press this button here. This is not showing that button. You need to press this button and hold it down. Okay. So press this button, hold it down, and switch on ignition. You see the countdown. Look at it. It will start from 09. Alright, so it's now 0. Then you release the button. Switch off ignition. And then switch it back on. Then the countdown will start. 20,000 kilometers. So this is the oil level. Alright, so you see that spanner sign is gone. Okay. Yeah, that spanner sign that was here before is gone. So this is the mileage, which is 235,261 kilometers. Alright, so yeah, let's try it again. Yeah, man, this guy is going to enjoy this car. Going to enjoy the car now. Of course, eventually you need to do some body work. We spray the car. The car is in good condition, the body, but need to touch it and also do some replacement in the interior so that it looks so much neater. and polish the dashboard and the rest. I mean, the car is in good condition, to be honest. Look at how quiet the engine is. Alright, so like the video, subscribe. You can. The reason why I'm doing all this is you see how details I can be. You know, when I'm doing this kind of work, I don't just do it anyhow. Let me bring engine. Boom. No, as I'm doing that, I'm looking at every other thing that work with that system. Even if maybe gearbox has a problem, I'll focus on what could work with the engine well. If the owner cannot change the gearbox, but he wants to manage it, I focus on it to get that one right, and also point out every other issues so that he will know. If he can't afford to fix those one, fine, but these are the things. But anything that has to do with that particular task given to me, I will get it. It must. These are the conditions I work with. I don't want to. I don't get money. Manager, no, because my integrity matters as well. And also, I like people when I'm working on cars to enjoy them the way I enjoy mine. So if I'm putting a good engine for you, I want everything that has to work with the engine to also be sound, so that the engine can be able to serve you well like is expected. Now that you put the engine, yet your clutch is not okay, you won't be able to get the power out of the engine, your injectors are bad, your this are bad, your ignition coil is not working well, these are your spark plugs. How can you enjoy the engine? Your fuel pressure is too low. How will you be able to get the power? For consumption will be high. Your catalyst is missing, your fuel consumption will go high. You'll be getting black smoke symptoms. All these things will never let your engine to run well. Your fan is bypassed, it's running direct, shouting, keeping your coolant temperature. You can see how it is. 90 degrees Celsius. All this while we've been talking with the engine running. It won't go beyond that. It regulates itself automatically. Comes up when the system needs it, goes off when it doesn't need it. You understand? If you want to power your AC, you power it the right way. No need of any bypass. That's how I work. You understand? I have a standard, and if you can't afford that standard, well, find somebody else. That is me. Anyway, so like the video, subscribe, and see you in the next one. I don't know if you want this kind of service. It's not cheap. Don't come to me and start expecting that to be the same with your local persons or mechanics or technicians you work with. No, I don't work that way. I repair cars to my own test, not even the person's test, to my own test. So if you don't like my test, forget it. And it comes, I'll charge you to that distance. So, alright, so like the video, subscribe, and see you in the next one.